forgive me, sir. I take issue with your characterization of the president being a rapist.
Okay, so in the future, you could just say, I don't think Trump is a rapist. It's communicating the same thing with less words.
Well, forgive me, sir. It's just I have to be careful with my wording here because, well, I don't want to get sued for, I'm sure I'm just being overly cautious.
Okay, yeah. So anyways, he's a rapist because a court ruled so. 9 jurors.
Yes, sir. I understand what the Southern District Court of New York ruled on the 9th of May 3 years ago.
Right.
Sir, I take issue with your characterization because, well, you'd have to take the venue into account, sir. New York is a Democratic stronghold.
Uh-huh.
2 of the anonymous jurors were from, Juror 77, which I'm sure you're aware of. He was from the Bronx. There was also a Manhattanite and, 7 from Westchester County, which, if you've listened to Roberta Kaplan in recent times, you would think, well, according to her, I suppose, read on the political landscape of the New York metro area.
Listen, we're just going to sum this up. So you're saying that you take issue with juror number 77?
I take issue with the entire trial.
Okay, well, guess what? Donald Trump's own lawyers didn't. This is reporting from Politico. Boom, fact check, debunked. Trump's lawyers rejected claim that jurors' political affiliation signified bias. But newly unsealed court files indicate that Donald Trump's attorney was making a sharply different argument before the scene in order to dissuade the judge from ejecting a juror who listened to podcaster Tim Pool, a far-right pro-Trump commentator who aligned himself with people like Steve Bannon. A juror's political affliction is not grounds for dismissal, even in the cases involving a political figure, said Trump's lawyer Joe T. in a May 2nd filing that was unsealed by a district court on Wednesday. And then the judge ultimately went with Donald Trump's lawyer's arguments. Now, the reason why I'm showing you this article is to show you that seemingly the opposite of your claim is true. Because you're trying to tell us that maybe you think the court got it wrong and Trump didn't actually rape her because the jury was super biased against Trump. Well, the opposite's true. One of the jurors was super biased pro-Trump. E. Jean Carroll's attorneys tried to get him out, and then Donald Trump's lawyers said, well, guess what?
In his own words,
we actually want to keep him on.
He was only an occasional viewer of Tim Pool's, and the reason he tuned into his program was because he thought he was fair.
Exactly. Independent, in the middle, and balanced.
If you're voting Kaplan.
If you think that Tim Pool is independent, in the middle, and balanced, then you are definitely on the far right.
No, sir,
Tim Pool
this isn't a right-wing
literally
radical.
Paid $500,000 a month to disseminate pro-Trump, pro-Kremlin, anti-Ukraine propaganda.
It's just, in his own words, he listened to Mr. Pool because he thought he was fair.
Exactly, yeah. And if you think Tim Pool's fair, you're on the right.
Well, I would agree with the fact that Mr. Pool has expressed, very conservative pro-Trump views, and really since the beginning of the president's political foray. But, sir, to hear Robbie Kaplan characterize the man, she would make him out to be some sort of Nick Fuentes. I beg your pardon, sir. Is it my audio?
No, we could hear you. This is just weird. Go ahead.
Well, sir, Attorney Kaplan, please forgive me. I know lawyers are very touchy about their appellations. Attorney Kaplan, in her own words, sir, she characterized Mr. Pool as a far-right, ultra-prejudiced pundit, which, what with the likes of Nick Fuentes, for instance, who I do not support, sir, and the Richard Spencers of the world, I would imagine that that is a gross mischaracterization.
Your view of
I've seen enough. Like, why is this so hard?
Well, Donald Trump also called Nazis fine people. Donald Trump called Nazis fine people.
No, he didn't.
Oh, wait, hold on. Because we analyzed further to look at the full context of his messages.
You think that the media is treating Nick Fuentes unfairly the way they treated Donald Trump unfairly?
I think they are treating Nick unfairly for sure.
Oh, come on.
His Spotify podcast got banned.
Donald Trump.
You want to make an argument about what he believes? Make an argument. The argument we're having right now is that Nick shouldn't be allowed to be interviewed by Tucker Carlson, and Tucker is at fault for having talked to him.
Oh, no.
Okay, so there's Tim Pool saying that Nick is treated really unfairly by the media. Tim Pool saying that, well, when all these clips are just taken out of context.
Mr. Pool is a free speech warrior, isn't he?
And then when you
I
give
imagine,
them context back, then all of a sudden there's maybe not that big of an issue with him, and he doesn't really
I believe it's
seem to
Voltaire who
believe in
said,
all the things
I
that
may
these
not
people
agree
say.
with what you have.
Also, not to mention, as I already said, Putin was literally paying Tim Pool $500,000 a month to say that Ukraine shouldn't have the right to exist. Okay, so I just want to clarify. If you think that Tim Pool is fair, all right, and argue.
Forgive me, sir. Again, I do not want to speak on behalf of juror number 76.
I'm going to kick you if you continue to interrupt me. And people in the chat are like, Dean, let him speak. He's interrupting me, not the other way around. Stop it. To go back to what I was saying, if you think that Tim Pool is fair, balanced, and in the middle, even though Tim Pool was paid $500,000 a month to say Ukraine shouldn't have the right to exist, even though Tim Pool says that Nick Fuentes is treated unfairly by the media, okay, well then of course you're on that further right. Anybody who would make the argument, people who are paid $500,000 a month to say that Trump should be president and Ukraine shouldn't exist and Nick Fuentes is treated unfairly by the media, is definitely on the right. There's no counter argument against that notion. That's obviously true.
Yes, sir, but to characterize the man as a far-right radical, basically to say that all of his listeners are, in effect, far-right radicals, that's what she is inferring. To be honest, I think there's a difference between occasionally listening to a podcast that leans to the right. I understand that Mr. Poole has his editorial point of view, which is, well, his right. Let me just say for the record that I respect Mr. Poole as a journalist, what he's built. I hope to someday perhaps join a similar outfit that can perhaps rival or eclipse his in size. Perhaps that's too ambitious of mine. It's just, sir, to think that juror number 77 was an ultra right-wing radical, I think that sort of paints a full picture of how Roberta Kaplan, I beg your pardon, sir, am I vexing you?
You're characterizing my argument to be that because juror number 77 occasionally listened to Tim Pool, that therefore Tim Pool's on the right. And your argument is just because you occasionally listen to right-leaning podcasts, that doesn't mean you're on the right. That's not my argument. My argument is rather...
I understand, sir. It's just, forgive me. Again, it's your podcast, sir. I don't want to deprive you of... Thank you again for having me on. And, of course, it's an honor to address your audience.
Just let me know when I can speak without being interrupted.
Forgive me, sir. Dean, perhaps I'm being uncharitable. In the past, you've upheld juror number 77's status as a...
I just can't even make an argument.
As a consumer of Pool media, as being sort of a bolster to the jury's verdict on May the 9th. That because this ultra-far-righter made his way onto the jury, the fact that even he was able to be swayed by the